Hi kids, welcome back to Kate Productions. Today we're going to be finishing Singing Sensation by Geronimo Stilton. So let's get started. We're on the chapter No More Cheesy Chews for You. The next day, I was sitting in my office munching on a yummy chocolate cheese donut when my door flew open. Can you guess who it was? Yes, it was Champ. He ran up to me and ripped the donut out of my paw. "What do you think you're doing, Mr. G?" he squeaked. "You can't be eating junk like this if you want to make it on Mouse Island Idol. You need to start eating right." But, I stammered. Champ interrupted me. "No buts, Mr. G," he ordered. "From now on, I'm putting you on a strict diet. You will eat only healthy foods like fruits, vegetables, and whole grains." He plunked a big basket filled with nutritious food on my desk. Then I listened half-heartedly as Champ read off a list of foods I couldn't eat. No candy, no cakes, no cookies, no fried foods. His voice droned on, and I kept thinking of the delicious box of cheesy chews I had at home in the fridge. Good thing I hadn't brought it to work. Champ would have tossed it with my donut. "Oh, and one more thing," Champ added before he raced out the door. "I climbed through the window of your mouse hole and cleaned out your whole place. No more cheesy chews for you, Mr. G." Oh, how did I get myself into such a mess? But what about the train? A week later, my doorbell rang at 4 a.m. Ding dong, ding dong, ding dong. I dragged myself out of bed. Who was waking me up so early? I yanked open my door and almost got run over by Champ on his bicycle. I should have known. "This is it, Mr. G," Champ announced. "Tonight is the big night. You are scheduled to appear on Mouse Island Idol." My paws started to tremble. My fur stood on end. "Tonight?" I shrieked. "But I'm not ready. I was a nervous wreck." Champ clapped me on the back. "Of course you're ready, Mr. G," he said. "Confidently, all you need to do is warm up your voice and you're good to go. Just pack up your suit, change into these bike shorts, and we're off." Bike shorts? The TV studio where they filmed Mouse Island Idol was all the way in Mousefort Beach. That was more than 150 miles away. I'd never make it on bike. "What about the train?" I protested. Champ rolled his eyes. "Let's go, Mr. G," he said, rolling over my paw and out the door. Oh, how did I get myself into this mess? A quick rat nap. By the time we arrived, I was so tired I could barely keep my eyes open. Champ, on the other paw, was full of energy. He zipped off to register me. I was relieved. Now was my chance to take a quick rat nap. I curled up on the sidewalk and fell asleep. I dreamed I was riding my bike through the Mouse Hera Desert. It was boiling hot. Suddenly, I spotted a lake in the distance. I pedaled toward the lake, but my bike hit a rock. I went flying over the handlebars and landed in a pile of mouse traps. Youch! I screamed so loud, I woke myself up. Champ was standing over me. No, he was standing on me. On my paw, to be exact. "Nice squeaking, Mr. G," he smirked. But there was no time to get upset. I was about to sing on national TV. Champ said there were 4 other contestants before me. Each would sing a song, and then he or she would be judged by a panel of celebrity rodents. Just thinking about being on stage made my whiskers tremble. Oh, how did I get myself into such a mess? I wasn't a singer. I was about to grab my tail and run when I felt a tug on my paw. I looked down. It was my dear nephew Benjamin. "Isn't this exciting, Uncle Geronimo?" he breathed. "I can't believe I'm going to watch my favorite uncle on my favorite TV show, Mouse Island Idol." Don't think about it. I felt better knowing that Benjamin would be cheering me on. Still, I had butterflies in my stomach, and my paws were shaking so hard I almost tripped on our way into the studio. "Get a grip, Geronimo," I coached myself. "All you have to do is sing one song. How bad can you be? After all, you've been practicing every day for 3 months. And even if you're the worst squeaker, at least you'll show Benjamin you're not a quitter." We gathered backstage so that I could wait my turn. I listened to the other singers. They were good. But I told myself that I was good too. I started to feel better. Then Champ put his paw around me. "Relax, Mr. G," he advised. "You'll be great. Don't think about the hundreds of millions of rodents watching you from around the world. Don't think about the eggs they'll let you if you stink." I gulped. "Don't think about tripping on stage. Don't think about forgetting the words to the song," Champ went on. I shivered. By now, the gentle butterflies in my stomach had turned into an angry mob. "And definitely don't think about getting a tongue cramp. That would be the worst." Champ continued. I wanted to scream. I wanted to cry. I wanted to put a sock in Champ's snout. But he kept right on squeaking. The more I tried not to think about things, the more I thought of them. We entered the theater where the festival was being held. Champ grabbed me by my tail. I didn't even realize he had pushed me. I only knew that all of a sudden I was on stage of the festival. I saw RATTRAP, the most famous master of ceremonies on Mouse Island. I was overwhelmed by emotion just to be here with him. "Good evening, everyone," he squeaked confidently. "Ladies and gentlemen, I give you a new artist who is participating in the festival for the first time, Geronimo Stilton, who will sing 'Welcome to New Mouse City.'" He winked an eye and whispered, "Cheer up, and good luck." He adjusted the microphone in front of my snout and disappeared. I was the only one on stage now. It was my turn. Cheese niblets. A cramped tongue. Holy cheese. The place was packed. The audience stared at me expectantly. The stage lights grew brighter. They were so bright I couldn't see a thing. I swallowed hard. For some reason, my tongue felt huge in my mouth. But I had to sing. Everyone was waiting for me. I took a deep breath and opened my mouth, but nothing came out. Not even one little squeak. Rat-munching rattlesnakes. Could this really be happening? Could I really have gotten a cramp in my tongue? No, it couldn't be. I took another breath and tried again. Still, nothing came out. I was horrified. "Squeak it up! Squeak it up!" the crowd began to chant. I didn't know what to do. I was frozen with fear. Just when I thought I would faint, Benjamin appeared at my side. "Don't be nervous, Uncle," he said. "I know you can do it. You just have to believe in yourself." Then he began to sing in his sweet little mouseling voice. I was so touched. Before I knew it, I was singing out loud and clear along with him. All of the young mouselings in the audience joined in. Our song filled the studio. I'm not sure what the judges thought, but it sounded fabulous to me. Why me? When we finished singing, a hush fell over the audience. I was worried. Moldy mozzarella, did I sound that bad, I thought. Then thunderous applause erupted. The judges declared me the winner. I, Geronimo Stilton, was the new Mouse Island Idol. What an honor. I invited my friends at Mousy Records on stage. After all, I couldn't have done it without them. Champ shook my paw. Great job, Mr. G, he shouted. I almost thought you believed my tongue cramp story. But you knew I was joking, right? I mean, only a fur brain would believe you can get a cramp in your tongue, he chuckled. I felt the blood rushing to my face. Then I felt a searing pain as Champ rolled off with my tail caught in his bicycle spokes. I let out a whisker-curdling yell. Squeak! The crowd went wild. What a voice, they cheered. It took 3 rolls of tape to bandage my tail. Why did I let myself be dragged into such a mess, I sobbed. That's stealing! In 3 weeks, I had become a singing sensation. Welcome to New Mouse City was put on CD. Mice everywhere were listening to my song, in the subway, in the park, and even at the supermarket. Then one day, Champ called. Something weird is going on, he said. Mousy Records say they've hardly sold any of your CDs. Someone must be pirating your record. I had no idea what Champ was talking about. Tons of rodents were playing my CD. Mousy Records had to be selling copies. And what did pirates have to do with anything? Champ explained what it meant to pirate a CD. First, the thief buys a CD from a store. Then he makes a lot of copies, sells them, and keeps all the money. That's stealing, I cried. There was only one thing to do. This is a case for Hercule Poirot, I squeaked. A total rat trap. I took off for Hercule's agency. Oh, excuse me. Do you remember Hercule Poirot from the beginning of the story? He is not only my friend, he's also the world's most famous mouse detective. Even though Hercule is famous, his office is a complete disaster. It is located in a rundown building sandwiched between 2 sleek skyscrapers. Hercule's office is such a mess, some clients refuse to meet him there. They will only do business over the phone, but Hercule doesn't care. I love my messy office. He always says, it reminds me of my home sweet home. Hercule was right about that. His home was a total rat trap. I knocked on the door. Knock, knock, knock. Just then, a sticky red liquid rained down on my head. Was it blood? I was about to faint when the door opened. Is that you, Geronimo? Hercule giggled when he saw me. What do you think of my new anti-burglar device? Don't look so upset. It's just ketchup. He gave me a towel, and I did my best to wipe the sticky stuff off me. Oh, why had I bothered to take a shower that morning? I felt worse than the time I accidentally fell into a vat of macaroni and cheese at the cheese place factory. I was sticky then too, but at least I was covered in yummy cheese. It took 2 paw steps into Hercule's office. What a disaster. There was junk everywhere. Books, crumpled papers, dirty dishes, and old banana peels covered the floor. I saw a patched up old chair in one corner of the room and a piece of moldy pizza on the desk. It really was disgusting. But I didn't bother mentioning it to Hercule. He was a slob and he was proud of it. Plus, I had important things to discuss. I told Hercule that my CD had been pirated. Will you help me, I asked. That's it for this part, but be sure to stay tuned for the next video on Cape Productions where we finish the singing sensation. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you.